Perhaps you can relate to this. You go on your phone to post something, then you realize, okay, where's this thing I'm looking for? Then you start deleting some photos. Then you want to put a caption on and you're looking through your email for some information, and then you log in somewhere and then you forgot your password, so you need to reset it. So you're going through all these two-step verifications. Then you go back in your email and then you delete a whole bunch of them. And then you're like, what was I doing? I'm going to talk about a different way to stay productive and stay on top of things. I'm Monique, the work from home mogul, and I'm a business owner that works from home, and I make videos with tips on how to do so, different apps to make money. I am a Poshmark ambassador. I love thrifting, but today I'm going to talk more about the organization and productivity to run a successful business. And today my special guest is Iron Fran. Virtual co-working for accountability, 5 benefits of it, some tips, and why you should try it. Stay tuned. I think having an accountability partner is really great, especially when going to the gym. If you know someone's going to be there, you're less likely to stand them up because that just looks bad. Then you could get distracted doing whatever, and then it gets late and you don't even go. The same can be said for working at home. If you have accountability partner at a cafe or co-working space, you can certainly get more done. However, virtual co-working, when you're with a complete stranger, has increased that likelihood of you finishing a task even more. When it's somebody you don't know, you're not necessarily going to goof off and want to have conversations the whole time. If it's somebody you don't know, also they're virtually on the other side of the computer, essentially watching you and making sure that you're getting things done. So in a nutshell, that's what virtual co-working is. You meet up in a session, introduce yourselves, have a timer on set tasks that you're going to work on, and then at the end you recap. It is very effective if you feel like you're all over the place. And here's a few reasons why. Number 1, increased accountability. Obviously, there's somebody on the other side basically watching you at the end of the 25, 50, 75 minutes, whatever you chose. You're going to need to say what you actually got done, and it's quite embarrassing if you goofed off the whole time. When you're working with somebody that's also there for the exact same reason, it makes it easier to go for your goals. It's easier to stay motivated and focused. Which brings me to my next point, focus. You're more likely to be focused when you're doing a virtual co-working session. It's also called focus blocks, co-meeting. These time sessions keep you focused. You're less likely to be distracted. You're less likely to go walking around, doing laundry. Of course, there may be noises. If you have a family, there may be kids running around. You more than likely will try to keep focused since there's someone on the other side of the screen. Cameras are on. They're doing their own work. They're not staring at you the whole time. The feed and the stream being live makes you more focused. It's also customary to be muted during this time if you have a lot of noise going around, but you're also less likely to put on distracting music or videos during this set time. You also have flexibility. You can do this any time of day. There are free and paid virtual co-working platforms out there. I'll name a couple that you should try. They're pretty much 24/7. They're global, so there's people in different time zones. So whatever works for your schedule, you can go in there, and since you both picked that time, you're more likely to get things done during that time. The community aspect of this virtual co-working is so great. Even though you're at home by yourself, you still have access to this network of people doing the same thing that you're doing. So you don't have to feel so isolated. That sense of camaraderie and community support will help you as well, because sometimes it's not just about the timer and somebody watching you. Sometimes it's the internal motivation, the positive energy that makes you want to do this because it's fun, something you believe in, something that you're not feeling desperate, isolated, and depressed doing alone. And aside from just the concept of the community, you also get to network with these power partners, whoever you're co-working with. could be a good connection. At the beginning of your session, you'll take a minute or two just to go over what the task that you are doing will be. Now, you're not supposed to sell in this thing. You're not supposed to be salesy. When you're mentioning the project that you're working on, and if they are interested, have resources, or just are supportive of that, you never know where it could lead. Don't sell to them, but perhaps connect on LinkedIn. Stay connected. You can save them as a favorite and continue working with them. 2 virtual co-working platforms that I'm going to suggest that you try. One is called FocusMate, and I'll put the link in the description. It gives you 3 free virtual co-working sessions every single week. And then if you want unlimited, you can pay $10 or $7 a month, depending on if you pay monthly or annually. It's a way to just give it a try, so you should try it. Cofocus.one is another platform that gives you unlimited free sessions. That's what it says. And I'm a little skeptical at how they're generating revenue. What are they gaining? Your information possibly. I don't really know, but in my newsletter, which you can sign up in the description, I'm going to be going over those platforms and also some paid platforms that I'm using with my weekly progress update. So I encourage you to subscribe to the newsletter and also subscribe to this channel. This is a great time for you to share this with a friend and hit the like button. Appreciate it. Okay, now here are some bonus tips on how you can make the best and the most out of virtual co-working. Have an idea what you want to get out of this. What do you want to achieve by participating in virtual co-working? Once you know your goals, you can then have a plan on how to create it. And this could be how often you want to do this. What are some of the areas where you're all over the place in? What are some of the tasks that this virtual co-working you need to have this up to do, whereas there's other things like, for example, filming content, filming a YouTube channel. Maybe you're not behind your computer while doing those things. And the other thing you want to do is set a schedule and stick to it. Easier said than done, because then you probably wouldn't be needing the virtual co-working in the first place. It's just that initial step of scheduling, and then once you're on, you'll just see the success rolling in. You're also going to see success in your business when you create a plan and it's taking you hours instead of weeks to finish tasks. And another thing, taking breaks is really important. Take breaks to eat, go to the bathroom. I know these things might seem common sense and they're needed for us to function on a daily basis, but it is a problem, and it's a problem that a lot of people have. Whatever your breaks are going to be, whatever fun things, relaxation between working, stick to that as well. What do you think about co-working and virtual co-working? Let me know in the comments if there are free or paid platforms that you use. Now let's hear from Iron Fran. The more that you do, the more that you want to do. So you want to keep going, and you want to keep doing things, and you want to keep getting things done. Woo! Well, Iron Fran, what do you do on your breaks? There's a myth out there that says that the more things that there are, the less that you're going to remember, but it actually increases your memory to keep things going and to keep having things, and then you just start remembering, and then your brain starts tricking itself into remembering things, and there's different synapses that are connecting with each other. So how do you organize all the tasks that you're going to do? And it's all about just doing, because the more that you do, the more that you want to do. Any final thoughts on how to be productive? To-do list everything. We did it! Thanks, Iron Fran. Thanks, Work From Home Buddies, for sticking through the end of this video. And make sure to watch this one next. Subscribe if you have not already, and see you next time. Bye. Easier said than done, because then you probably wouldn't be needing the virtual co-working in the first place.